Hello students, in this video we're going to learn how to do some of the basics with the document. Excuse me, I keep saying document and I mean presentation. Um, in PowerPoint you do a presentation, in Excel you work on a worksheet, and in Word you work on a document. So anyway, we're at a presentation and we have a title slide and we have one slide with some items on it, and I can click back and forth here. By the way, this is called the thumbnail view, and there's some other ways you can look at your presentation. We have what is called, if you look right here, view, we have notes, normal, slide sorter, reading, and then the actual slideshow when you're making a slideshow. Now these icons right down here are about view, so if we looked up at view up here, we also have the normal view, outline view, slide sorter, notes, and reading. So with these, I'll usually use normal. I usually stay in normal. And if I was going to look in outline view, I'll do it from up here instead of down on the other bar. But here's outline bar, and see, it just changed all the slides into text. And then you can copy and cut and paste this. So this is kind of handy. So I could, if I wanted to put this in another document, I can copy it like that. Slide sorter, now we just change, and you would have all your slides showing up here, and you can move them any direction you want. And if you have a whole bunch, this is how you move them into the position that you want. And then we have what is called notes view. And if I wanted to make a slide and then put some introduce myself, introduce instructor, talk about how PowerPoint is easy to learn and use. Okay, so I put those notes in there, and then let's look on outline view again. Whoops, let's look at normal view again. And then right here, I have my note. Whoops, I don't have any notes on this one. If I look right down here, I have no notes. Let's see, I'm going to move this up so we can actually see it. Notice this double-headed arrow. Anytime you have a double-headed arrow, you can make things bigger or smaller. So there's no notes on this slide, but on this slide, I have what I want to say to somebody. So when you're preparing your slides for an actual presentation, let's say over here we wanted to now add some notes, and so let's say I'm going to demonstrate this and talk about the example that I use most of the time, or the time before, or whatever notes you want as the presenter. And you can print your slides off then with the notes so that you have what you're going to say about each slide. And so, have you ever seen a slide that has just tons of text on it? Well, actually, all that extra text could be put down in the notes part, and just the highlighted parts are shown to the audience. Okay, so that's another type of view, is the notes pane. And then the reading pane, I won't go over that. It's just extra. You can mess with that if you want, but it isn't really important. Usually we just use the normal. Sometimes I use the outline, and then I use slide sorter when I'm really moving everything around, so to rearrange them. And then the notes page when I want to study, have the information in there what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let's go back to normal. And then I'm also going to bring this window down a little bit because I want the slide to show up mostly here. Okay, so we just talked about the different views, and you can get them here, or you can go to view and select them there. So I'm going back to home now. And let's talk about, let's add one more new slide. Let's say we want a slide. We had the title and content. Sometimes you want just a blank slide, and sometimes a picture with a caption if you want to do that, and whatever. I use this one time, and then I use these most of the time after that. But sometimes if you want to have two contents, two lists, you can click on this one or this comparison. So let's do a comparison. Let's say this is a PowerPoint and Google Slides comparison. Okay, so then I could put PowerPoint here, and I could put Google Slides here, and then easy to start a new slide. Only 2 slide options. This is not true, but I just want to show you. Then we press our enter key and it would be the item 2 that we want to talk about, and then item, let's go back, click over here, item 2, item 3, comparison, whatever we want. Okay, now I just made a list here. These are making lists, and see how easy it is to do it side by side then. So those 3 slide are usually the most common ones. I can also put, like, if I was just going to do good, or let's say easy. Well, let me do this. Say we had the good and the bad. Opportunities, challenges. So you can see how easy it is to change this up. And then here's our list. And do you see this little bullet item? These are called bullets, the little black things right here. Now, right here, if I leave my screen, now they've fixed it so that that'll go away. But if it doesn't, you can press your backspace key and go up here. Now, let's say that we have item 2A, item 2B, some subtopics to that. Now, you would probably want to move this in. So if you just press your tab key, that moves it in to be a sub level. So this would be level 1, level 2, level 2. And then if you want to come in again, you tab again. Okay, so we have that, and so these are called different levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, like on an outline. But let's say we want to move some of these back. Then you can just click in there. I like to click at the beginning of it. And if you do Shift Tab, it'll move it back. Shift Tab, and it moves it back. Tab moves it under. Shift Tab, and that way. So this one here, if this was supposed to be, whoops, I do need to be at the beginning of this. Shift Tab, and you can change the level. Something else you can do is you can change the bullets. So I have these selected right now, and see how this is darkened. So let's change the bullets to squares. Let's change the bullets to little diamonds. Chevrons, check marks, back to bullets. Maybe this one here we want to have that round bullet. Okay, so I just went over a lot of different things what you can do with your list. Or here, like up here, let's say we want to, if we tab that in, it makes it that way. Shift Tab brings it back out. Okay, so those are some really important things. And then we also need how to cut and paste. So I'm going to put like a 3 here, and a 2 here, and a 1 here, just to show you how this might work. Let's say I want to move these in order. So I select it, I do Control X, or you do a right click and you can get cut, and then you go to the beginning of the line and paste it with Control V, and now I have them in order. So you do need to know how to cut and paste into different. I can take this now, Control C for copy, and bring it over here. Press my enter key, Control V, and I paste. You should know how to cut and paste. Okay. All right, let's just do a couple more things with this, and then we're going to pause and let you play with um, your PowerPoint. Okay, so this is pretty bland, just vanilla here, black and white. And if we want to add some design to it, click Design. And do you see where I'm at? I'm in no slide right now. So I have to be in a slide before this is going to show up. No slide, slide. I'll pick this, and that changes the whole design. Let's pick this, change the whole design. Now, if I don't like this color, I can come over here and make a variant of it. And notice right here we have a drop down box. So if I drop this down, I can see all these different variations of themes. I can browse out on the internet for themes and pick different colors. Click here, pick a theme, and you can play with that. And let's see, I think that's enough for this video right here. Go ahead and try a couple of these different things, and then come back to the next video.